early. Got about a minute or so until it's 6 o'clock, and there's no one here. But they do come. They do come in the end.
We are here.
So we're here. Okay, so we are waiting for it to be 6 o'clock here in Central Europe so that we can go live. And once it's 6 o'clock, we are live, but we will start talking. Well, we've already started talking. But we'll be talking about things and recapping.
We should
and all
have
that.
tea.
We should have tea. Yes. We've got a teapot from Kate. But
it's 6.
No, it's not. It's 5:59. And here we go. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
And welcome from Sit in It for a Bit with Arne and Carlos. And we are, as always, your hosts.
Arne and Carlos.
It's quite funny. We got here at 5:59 in Central European time. We're in Central Europe, in Norway right now. And there's no one here. And already now people are starting to come. So people are just as punctual as we are.
Yeah, so you're all welcome.
Really nice.
Nice to see you.
Very nice seeing all of you. And Sit in It for a Bit. Sit in It for a Bit is back now on Wednesdays. We've got our live podcast every Wednesday, and after it's live, it will still be there. So if you can't catch us live, don't worry, you will still catch the podcast.
Yeah.
And we are going to try to keep it going for as long as we can throughout the whole summer.
Yeah.
So we're going to be entertaining you this
But
summer.
we probably have a lot of things to talk about now, because when was the last Sit in It? Before Easter?
Oh, I think the last Sit in It for a Bit must have been, it must have been just before Easter.
Yeah. And a lot of things have happened.
A lot of things have happened, and we have a lot to discuss. First and foremost, though, I do think we need to pour ourselves a cup of tea, because Sit in It for a Bit, you need to have some tea. We've got our lovely I Love Sac Fab, I Love Sit in It for a Bit mugs that you can actually purchase on our merchandise page, and the money for that goes to support the channel. And the lovely Kate from the last homely house, whom we visited last weekend, she gave us a teapot.
Yeah.
Now this is an enamel teapot, and it's very hot when you pour the water in. I'm just going to show you the.
Did you pick the same as she has?
Yeah, I think I picked. No, she's.
Almost.
Oh, sorry. This
or maybe
is difficult.
hers is more lime.
Let me just pick it. Yeah, I think hers.
I don't remember now. There's so much things going on.
Hers is more lime to match the lime green couch. But it's a lovely green enameled color, which I really liked. She said I could pick any color I wanted, and I picked this one. So Arne, I'm gonna pour you a cuppa.
Oh, there Kate was.
Hi, Kate.
Hi, Kate.
Look, we're using your teapot.
The
So yeah, and I love it. Although it does get hot when you pour the tea in.
Yeah.
So
it will. You have to make a tea cozy.
Yeah, I'll have to make a tea cozy. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So I was using my, we're in our dining room, and I was using my napkin. So I'm just gonna fold that on and then put the napkin ring back on again, because now it can be a napkin again.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a bit of a surprise when I touched it. Oh, she's waving and we're waving. Everybody's waving though. I mean, we've got a lot of people here and everybody's waving, and it is so nice to be back. So yeah, Arne, the last time we did a Sit in It for a Bit was in April.
I think
just
it was.
before Easter.
Yeah. And then we started to travel again.
Yeah, we kind of zoned out for a few months. Actually, it's 2 months.
I think we went for a cruise, and then we
No. The cruise was before.
Before.
So we did cruise. We went to Svalbard on a quick mini vacation, and then we
have another cruise.
No. We did 2 cruises. We went to Svalbard. So cruise, Svalbard cruise.
Yeah, that's it.
Right. Then we got home, and then Easter, after Easter we just couldn't keep it going because so much happening around here, all sorts of things.
And it hasn't calmed down, you can say, because we just came back from England, as some of you might know, seeing Kate, and we walked Hadrian's Wall, and before that we were in Italy, and now we have a few days at home, and we have a room to paint. I've been painting a roof.
Yeah, I could see your hands.
Ceiling.
Yeah, I could see you've got a little bit of a thing going.
It's hard to paint the ceiling.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's very hard.
It's dripping down on you all the time.
So May is not the best month here. We actually hate being in Norway in May. Actually, May is very beautiful in Norway, but not where we live, because we live on a mountain, so we're high up.
Yep.
And because we're high up, when everybody else gets to enjoy spring, we're still in a kind of a limbo. It's
You
not
wait for
winter,
spring.
but it's not summer, and it's not spring. It's just like a limbo.
Yeah.
So we do like leaving the house and going away in May. And this year we did a tour of Italian gardens with a group. If you don't know, we also organize knitting cruises, garden trips, and textile trips. So we went on a wonderful tour of the Italian gardens. And Italy in the beginning of May is always lovely. It's not too warm.
No, I mean, like we had winter when we left.
Yeah.
And then we went to Italy, and for us it was summer, and then we came home, and then it was early spring.
Spring. It wasn't summer, it was spring.
It felt like summer.
Yeah, but spring.
And I thought it felt like summer in England too.
Yeah.
Maybe if you live in England, you think it's spring, but when you live up here, it feels like summer.
That's true, yeah.
It's been very late this year, so
Too late.
Too late. So
We're very surprised to drive in yesterday after our arrival, and the lake is still frozen, and that is a first. Usually the ice breaks in the middle of May.
It's not frozen, it's ice on the lake.
Well, yeah, it's frozen.
So that's moving.
Well, there's patches of water right now, but the most of the lake is still covered in ice. And that's a first. Usually the ice breaks.
And we lived there for over 20 years, and we have never experienced such a late spring
the
before.
ice has broken with no exceptions and disappeared every year around mid-May. Mid-May is the thing. For May 17th, we've always had water in our lake. And this is the first time in 23 years that we've lived here.
Yeah.
That we came home yesterday. I mean, we were expecting to see a few patches of snow still, like
in
not
the shadows.
a little pile here, a little pile there, but we were expecting the water to have gone, or the ice to have gone.
But today has been windy, so
Yeah.
maybe tomorrow, maybe.
I think for the weekend, I think that in the
in the
weekend,
weekend.
we will come back, or in the weekend we're gonna go away to Oslo tomorrow for some meetings, and I'm sure when we come back on Friday, the lake will probably have the ice will probably have disappeared. It was a little bit depressing coming to see that. I mean, usually this time of the year in where we live is very brown. Down in the valley, it's beautiful right now. It's spring, and it's all green, and all the trees are green. And we're about 2 weeks behind.
2 weeks,
I would say.
normally.
2 weeks behind.
Yeah.
But then the thing here is that we have an explosion, so it goes boom, and from one day to the other, it's all green and beautiful here too. So it goes fast. It goes very fast.
And we had a wonderful trip to England.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we've been walking Hadrian's Wall.
Well, everybody
Everybody
that
maybe
watches
know,
our shorts know.
But I think it's funny that how did Hadrian know where to build that wall? Because it's actually where England is the smallest or shortest distance from one.
The Romans were clever.
They were good.
They had their ways to figure things out.
Maybe they had those things. Yeah. I think we talked about that when we were at Cape.
We
also,
did, yeah.
Because that's so fascinating. And we didn't show our souvenirs.
It's the worst thing.
This is
Oh my God.
probably it's beautiful, but when we drank coffee of this, and then later I checked the label that came with the cup, and it said,
"Do not drink out of them. They're
no,
for
it
decoration."
says mostly for decoration.
Yeah.
And then it tasted strange.
Yeah.
But they are kind of cool. You can take this off and wash this in the washing machine. So you're probably supposed to use them.
Yes.
But
So these-
it's aluminium and it tastes a bit strange.
Yeah. So these are our Roman goblets. We support by purchasing these. We have supported English heritage. So I think it was for a good cause.
It was for a good cause.
We supported English heritage, and I suppose indirectly we're helping maintain the wall by buying these. I don't believe in going on trips and not buying anything. That's wrong. You need to support.
You need a souvenir.
Yeah, you need a souvenir, and you need to support the locals as well.
But these are nice.
Yeah, they're cool.
You can put them on the shelf with something.
So I have this beautiful image of Arne. It's wonderful. We were actually walking with some other friends. So we were all together 7 people. So there were 7 of us, so 5 of our friends. You guys, if you saw our shorts, you met Björn and Johan, our bodyguards, as we call them. They are personal trainers. One of them is married to a close friend of ours, and the other is a friend of him. Johan is married to a close friend, and Björn is a friend of of you. Well, actually now Björn is a friend of ours as well. We hung out, and we had a lot of fun. But yeah, walking with them behind us, it looks like we were royalty or something, and we had two bodyguards with us.
But they like to carry their backpack.
Yeah,
it's workout.
Yeah, they're crazy.
So.
They carry their back, but you know what they said? They said that we're probably better equipped to walk the wall because of our weight, because we're not as muscular as they are, and we weigh less. So they kind of, they were working out with their backpacks, but because they're so big, with muscles and all that.
We don't have that problem.
Which we don't have. It's actually harder for them to walk the wall than it is for us. I thought it was pretty hard. Actually, no, not really. It wasn't hard. It was just long.
It was long. I think it was a little bit too long.
Except for the one day when we went AWOL. AWOL? AWOL? AWOL. AWOL. Yeah, missing in action. So we were walking the wall and
What is that?
When we went missing, when we decided to,
go
on our own route.
Because we misunderstood where we should stay, and we were looking at the map, and we saw the place where we should stay.
Yeah, we thought we were staying at the Twice Brewed Inn, but we weren't.
No, we were not. And then we were like, why do we walk over that mountain and around and back again when we saw the place just from where we were? So we just went straight down.
Yeah. Everybody's telling us
the wrong place.
I couldn't remember what AWOL meant. I still have my long COVID. I couldn't remember it, but everybody's writing it on the comments. It means absent without leave.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we did. So we were going up and down, following the wall, and then we realized that we were getting a little bit tired, and we saw the inn, the Twice Brewed Inn, and we thought we'd just take a shortcut.
Because we were told that's where we stayed, and it wasn't.
So we went down the hill. So we went down the hill, the whole thing. We went down the hill, the whole thing, and then we walked for 1.5 miles or 2 miles to reach the inn. And then when we arrived at the inn, we were told we weren't staying there. And then it turned out that if we hadn't taken our shortcut, we would have arrived earlier at the place we were supposed to be, because it was just down from the next hill. So we ended up walking more than we would have if we would have just paid attention. And at the time we were walking on our own, and we misread the information we had.
But the people in the place were very nice, and they said this was not the first time. People have done this before.
Well, I think we were the first to go AWOL, but it wasn't the first time people
misunderstood the place they should stay. So he took us in his car and he drove us around.
Yeah, he was very nice. He was very nice.
That was really.
And then we were annoyed, and then we were really pissed because we'd walked. I think we walked about 1 mile more. So that day was supposed to be 14 miles, and we ended up walking 15 miles because of the little adventure that we had. In Norwegian and I think in Sweden. In Sweden you say Cinders straffar sig själv.
Oh yeah.
So it means that it means that if you commit a sin, the sin will punish you anyway. And by going AWOL as we did, we got punished. By actually getting an extra mile of walking.
But we didn't have to walk to the farm where we stayed because he drove us.
He drove us to the farm, so
that was a plus.
Yeah, but if we had walked to the designated area, which was down the hill, we would have not had to walk that extra mile that we had to do on the road because we wanted to go to the Twice Brewed Inn. Yeah. So yeah, it is what happens, but it was a great trip, and a lot of I've been eyeing comments, and people are actually commenting the tan that we have, and it was sunny. All the British people talk about the weather all the time. That's one of the things.
And we do too.
In England. Well, we do too, but in England, I think they talk more about the weather than we do in Norway. And so we'll never forget how lucky we were on this trip, because everybody told us that we were really lucky. We only had a little bit of rain.
We had a little bit the first evening, and that was nothing. That was just refreshing. And then there were 2 nights when it was raining, and it stopped just when we started walking. So we were really lucky with the weather.
We were very lucky with the weather, and we had a great time. Our friends had a great time. And then we celebrated in Newcastle. Newcastle's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like everything's like happy hour there. It's always two
like
for
always
one.
happy hour.
So we even managed a 2-for-1 on our way on our final stretch of the wall. We ended up in this Caribbean bar.
So we had like a happy hour
Yeah.
before we went to Wall's End.
Yeah, and because of the happy hour, we actually arrived to Wall's End when the museum was closed. We arrived 45 minutes after it closed, but we were happy. So happy hour.
So we didn't get a T-shirt.
No,
we've been there, done that.
we wanted to get we wanted to
don't
do.
have the T-shirt.
So Kate, she doesn't know this, but our idea was that when we did the live stream with Kate on Sunday, last Sunday, we were going to wear the I Walk the Wall T-shirts or hoodies, but because of happy hour, we missed the museum. And so we missed buying them. And we could have bought them, and that's the thing, we could have bought them anywhere along the wall in all the English heritage shops. But you know, sometimes,
we want this.
Yeah, we got this instead, so.
This and a book.
This and a book.
So now we can read and we can learn everything about the wall.
Yeah, we can. And I've got my bag. I've got my, we gave away Arne's tote bag to Kate, and with a lot of little gifties inside it. And if you're late, this is what Kate gave us, this lovely little enamel teapot, which is very hot.
And we also have a box here somewhere.
Yeah, she gave us a box for our scones as well.
We can show that later.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got my, I've got my tote bag. I did have this with me. I had to downsize my backpack because I have some issues with my neck and my shoulders. And Björn and Johan, who are professionals, they told me my backpack was too short for me. I have a very long torso. So they said I have to get a new backpack, and I have to get one where the belt, the thing you attached, goes down to my hips, because it wasn't, so I couldn't walk with a backpack. And Björn kindly offered, I mean, as a true bodyguard, Björn kindly offered to carry this. You know, we live in Norway. We're a small country, and sometimes in Oslo we see the royal family out and about, and sometimes we can actually spot them even if we can't see them. I mean, you'll see this big, buff guy in a suit carrying a beautiful, expensive handbag, and we know the crown princess is somewhere
This
around.
wasn't heavy though.
No, so my bodyguard was carrying my handbag. Here it is. Björn, if you're watching, thanks for carrying this. And yeah, I've got my knitting still.
We didn't do much actually because we walked too much.
So we did a garden tour in Italy, right? And we were in Italy for 10 days. And then we've been now in England for 10 days. And I've done this in 10 days, from here to here. This is what I've done for 10 days.
Rib.
But to my defense, I've only knitted on the bus. And we were traveling from lake to lake when we were in Italy. So we were only on the bus for like an hour at a time. So there were not enough hours to do this. And I was really, really, social throughout the trip anyway. And we were there to see gardens, not to knit.
It's coming.
Anyway, yeah. And then on the walks, we took a few knitting breaks. But other than that, I was so tired when we were walking because it was so long. So I didn't bother. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. My little cowl, which we're gonna release a pattern in the fall.
Yeah. I brought my scarves that I'm knitting on.
Oh, Moose. Freya's here. We just went to pick her up. She's going to the groomers tomorrow.
Yeah. So
Freya, come here.
I'm organizing now. I put all my yarn in this felted bag, and I worked on this one, but then I thought it was too wide. I don't want to have it this wide, so I started over again. So now it's shorter, and I also removed the rib because I thought it was a little bit nicer this way. So this is how it looks now.
So meanwhile, he's knitted a whole scarf, undone it, and I only did.
No, I didn't do the whole thing.
Much.
I just did this. It's not the whole scarf.
No, okay, that's not the whole scarf. Anyway, it's not a knitting competition. I will get there in the end, and I can't wait to. I need to knit about 20 centimeters of ribbing. So and then you fold it, and then you have a nice little thing there.
I also brought my felted. I made a felted bag for my water bottle, but it was so warm, so I couldn't use it when we walked. But I used this when we went shopping in Hexham with Kate. It's nice.
It's very nice, yeah.
Put the water bottle in.
Yeah.
And the telephone.
So meanwhile, we've been away. We have been doing a little bit on our web shop and website. Not much, but we did post a pattern, a new pattern, which is quite fun to do. It's like a granny square, and then you can put it in the washing machine, and then you can make these very nice baskets, different kinds. And the granny square is quite nice because it goes in the diagonal like this.
And it's
like
nice
that.
for the yarn.
Yeah, so this is the small basket that we did, and we've got a big basket. Yeah, so these are super easy to do.
And the bag.
And the bag, yeah.
You can do anything with this, and it's fun.
If you want to get this pattern, you can go to arnecarlos.com and then select the shop from the menu, and you'll find it there. It's called Tova. T-O-V-A. Tova in Norwegian means to felt. So the felted basket. Yeah. You knit the granny squares, you join them in a specific way as per the instructions, and then you put it in the washing machine and you wash it in a cycle with a few things. We've got instructions also on how to felt it. The flask bag is also doable with that.
I'm gonna felt more because I brought my white sneakers when we walked.
Yeah, they need a little washing.
They are gray now. So it's nice. You can felt with a pair of sneakers.
Would you like some more tea?
Yes, please. From the beautiful
teapot that Kate gave us.
And talking about Kate, we went shopping in Hexham.
We did, yeah.
And look what I found. I found these, what's it called? Handkerchief? Is that? And
handkerchiefs, yes.
They weren't even opened, this one.
Yeah.
Look. So this is for my...
our hexagon project.
Hexagon project.
Well, Arne's.
Yeah,
I've got my own now that will tell you in a bit.
Yeah, but my project takes forever. So let's see how many was there. There's like a lot of white fabric here. So maybe I have to dye the rest and use it. But I can also do it double because there are holes in this one. So this will be fun to put together. But how many were there in 1, 2, 3? It's 5. 5 in one package.
5 in one, yeah. And you've got these designs as well, and these. And what Arne does is he cuts around them. I've been helping him as well. We cut around them in the hexagon. Use the hexagon templates, and then we're making an English paper piecing quilt with that. And it's actually really cool because when you buy these machine embroideries, you can cut around them. They don't unravel when you cut through well, actually you don't cut through the thread, you cut around them. But if you do, they still don't unravel because it's not hand embroidered. So they're pretty good.
So these are good. And they're all machine made in China.
Probably, yeah.
It says China on the package. But there's like a little crochet flower in there, in the middle. So
they're very sweet.
So these will be in my hexagon quilt. And so there's 6 in each package. This is also very nice motifs. So I think I did a bargain.
A bargain, absolutely.
I found this. And then I found a tablecloth for the greenhouse. This one. Yeah,
this one is for the greenhouse. That's one of the exciting things about now. You're blocking me.
I just want to show off this beautiful embroidery.
There you go. There. So anyway, it's a great time of the year now when we get to redecorate our greenhouse every year and fill it with our flowers. Right now our kitchen's a mess. It's got all the flowers and all the pots and plants and everything. And a lot of that is going out into the greenhouse. Believe it or not, we have a lemon tree that we've managed to not only keep over winter, we bought it last year, quite small, but it's got, I don't know how many lemons coming in.
A lot of flowers.
A lot of flowers, so I guess we'll have some lemons.
I even tried to pollinate. I haven't told you, but I use my finger on the...
Yeah, good.
Because I don't know, maybe they have to do that. I'm
don't
not
know.
sure. But I was thinking it's better to do it or to not to do it.
Yeah.
Because there's no bees or flies indoors right now.
I just read a comment from Connie. She said we're fun and it's good to go rogue.
What's
Rogue,
rogue?
go rogue, not rouge. Rogue.
What is that?
AWOL, missing in action. You know,
Oh,
taking
yeah.
an absence of leave when you're not supposed to.
But I can't stop looking at this. Sorry. Oh,
okay, there you blocked me again. Okay, I mean, yeah, I mean it's pretty.
But we have more of this type of embroidery, but this one has other colors. The other one doesn't. So this will be so beautiful in the greenhouse. And it came with napkins.
Napkins.
Ta-da.
Because we love tablecloths with matching napkins.
Yeah.
We do.
This is beautiful. This is, I think there's like 6 of these also, or 8. So it was really fun to go thrift shopping in Hexham. There were so many
Ralph
shops there.
Haraldsson says he saw your old house in Gaustal. How does he know where you live? Do you know him? Somebody called Ralph Haraldsson wrote that he saw your old house in Gaustal.
Yeah, but that's possible.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. So I guess Ralph knows where you live now.
Yeah.
Well, where your family lives anyway.
Yeah.
In Gaustal.
In Gaustal? Yeah, that's where I'm from.
That's when you're
Where
from.
are you
yeah.
from? Rolf Haraldsson, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, maybe Rolf will tell us, or Ralph maybe it was. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's really nice to be back. Yeah, so I'm just going to quick peek at the comments. Just behind me. Yeah, Linda says she really loves the charity shop finds, which we all do.
I have more. Look.
We have more. Yeah, this is unbelievable. We are actually in line to pay, and Arne turns his head, and across the room he says, "Oh, I need to get that Beetle."
And that Beetle is a good one.
It's a good one, and it was very far away.
And look, you can even open this one. Look at the engine.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
So
it's going into the garage.
Yeah.
On the shelves in the garage.
And today marked the beginning, by the way. I mean, we're back from our trips, and today marks the beginning of the Beatles season. So
we've been driving.
This is my first day in the Beetle. Arne has been driving it a little bit up and down to the garage because of every year we have the garage look through the whole car to make sure that it's safe. But today officially was the first day that we used the Beetle. We drove it. Well, you went to the hardware store a couple of times.
2 times because I forgot stuff, so I had to go back and get more. And then we went grocery shopping.
Well, actually, the reason we went grocery shopping was because we went to pick up Freya, because Freya has been staying with our friends, and we needed to pick her up because tomorrow we're going to Oslo, and we're gonna send her to the groomers for a few hours so she gets her groom for the summer.
She will be so nice.
But Beetle season has originally started. Oh, and you didn't only get 1 car; you got 2.
A small one.
Yeah.
Look at this one.
There you go. Yeah, I see Kate lurking around, saying hi to everybody.
Yeah.
That's very nice of you, Kate.
But
glad you're here.
I will show.
Oops.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I will show my Beetle collection one day. These 2 are beautiful.
Yeah. I want to mention there's people here like Eve Ness says she's driven her mother's Beetle.
Yeah.
A lot of people. I just want to mention that I got my driver's license last year, and I took purposely my driver's license in a car with a gear, with a shift stick, because I wanted to know how to drive those. So I can drive, with my driver's license, I'm allowed to drive both automatic, like our electric car, and I'm also allowed to drive the Beetle. But I'm a little bit scared of the Beetle right now. I don't want to drive it alone, so I'm going to drive it only when Arne is in it.
Yeah. But you get you like when you have driven the automatic car, the electric car for a whole winter, it takes a little while to get into it again, because when you shift gear, you have to be very sensitive because it's so easy to miss the gear, and then it makes a really bad noise.
So I'm not gonna be driving that car alone. If I need to go somewhere on my own, I'll drive the electric car. A few more comments. Irma DeWitt was mentioning that she hasn't seen Helmer, the other dog that used to live here for a while. And I was actually thinking about this, Arne. Do you know that it's over a year ago since he moved out?
It is actually.
Helmer moved out of here on May 1st of 2022. We couldn't keep him anymore because we started traveling, and he developed, he had severe separation anxiety, and he'd act out every time we left him with someone, and then nobody wanted to care for him. And so the original owners took him back, and then he was rehomed by the breeder, and he now lives with a single, very lovely lady in Lillehammer. What we've heard is that she loves her walks in the mountains,
and a big
house, a big garden, and she is all on her own, so she can devote all her time to Helmer, and she does not like to travel abroad.
And I think the last picture I saw of Helmer was a post from the kennel. I think it was. There was a picture of Helmer on top of a mountain.
We've seen some pictures.
In the area where I come from, not far from the out farm we have.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
And he's okay. The best thing about the way we left him was that, or returned him, was that we were actually, it wasn't decided until we were on a knitting cruise last May. We were on the ship, and on the ship, the original owners who were caring for him at the time, because we were away, they were taking care of him, and they said, the breeder wants him back and she can rehome him. Are you okay with that? And we said, of course, it's the best thing. So we actually, the last thing we ever said to Helmer was what we usually say to both Helmer and always say to Freya: take care of the house. Passa huset, we'll be right back. So we said, take care of the house, Helmer, we'll be right back. We left. And so there was no tears and no goodbye. Although there were tears when we...
It was hard to let him go.
Yeah, on the ship we were crying, and then when we got home and we realized he wasn't coming back, we were crying.
That was sad.
But you know...
But if we ever retire, I will have another big poodle.
Like him, yeah.
Like him.
But we had to do what we had
because
to put.
Beautiful.
We had to put him first.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, Anna D'Oliveira and many others have been
t-shirt.
Commenting your Looney Tunes.
My Looney Tune t-shirt.
Which we love. We love all those cartoons.
I like this one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So anyway, we wanted to do the best for the dog, and that was the best at the time to put him first.
Like we know that he will change. He was black when we had him, but he was actually a gray poodle.
Yeah.
So when we go to Lillehammer now, we always watch out. If we see a big gray poodle, it can be Helmer, and then it's better to go in another direction or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Of
course, he will recognize us.
Yeah, he will recognize
dogs,
us, but
they attach very quickly to new
well, they're
owners.
survivors. They're survivors. They
So-
do what they have to do to get their food and their love and their cuddles. So I think he would be, I think if we accidentally met him on the streets, I think he would be very, very happy to see
but
us.
I think he
but I
will
think
leave
he
with
would
the new
he would
person.
want to go with his new pack.
Because that's how he picked us, actually.
Yeah.
Because the first time, I think from the first time we met Helmer when he was little.
I'm pouring you some more tea, darling.
We were in, I think we were at the birthday party or something, and this poodle came, and he just walked with me everywhere I was. So I felt that he picked me at that time. So I think it's the same now. He will.
Was the whole idea was to take her with us, with a dog like Freya that we can bring on board a flight inside the cabin. We were thinking she would travel with us everywhere, so we had her all set up. She's got the microchip, she's got the passport, she's got an EU passport actually, and we started by taking her. So she was actually very used to traveling. Her first trip was in so she was born in April of 2012. And I think the first trip we took her, it was either Denmark or Finland.
I think maybe Finland.
I think Finland was first, or maybe Denmark.
One of them.
Either Denmark or Finland was her first trip, and no. Yes, it was. It was in 2012. Yeah, and
she was tiny, and it was easy to travel with her.
And cheap.
At the time.
At the time, it was very economical to bring her. And this may sound a little crazy, but we were, at the time, we were still doing a lot of work in Paris. So we were going to Paris like 3-4 times a year, and we usually stayed with a friend, so we had no severe hotel costs because we stayed for free with a friend, and we just take our friend out for dinner, and she was happy, and we loved staying there. Well, up until a point when we didn't anymore. But anyway, we bring Freya over, and then it turned out that the dog groomer was much cheaper in Paris than in Oslo. And even with the little fee that we had to pay to bring her on board, it was still much cheaper to groom her in Paris. So
Norway.
we took the opportunity and we had her groomed. We took her with us and we groomed her in Paris while we were working. But then SAS decided to bump up the cost. I mean, they tripled or quadrupled it. And then it was not cheap anymore. And then we stopped. Also because...
But she was so beautiful when she came out from the groomer. Yeah. I think that groomer like
she was
champion.
She was like a world champion and all things. But it was half the price. It was half the price of what we paid.
But it was almost like Freya knew that she looked good because she was walking like a model when she came out of the groomer.
Yeah, but Freya is deep down. She's a little country girl. She lives in the countryside. And so the last time we flew with her was in March 2013. So she was born in April 2012, and the last time was in March 2014. And we realized in 2014, when we came back to Norway, we had a meeting at our publishers, and she was with us in her little bag, and she was growling, and she was very... I think she was very stressed.
I think she was very stressed because, like, I remember when we were in the airport, she started to bark on suitcases, the one you roll with you.
Yeah.
And
so we decided...
Then we decided that
we had to stop
this
traveling.
Is not good for her,
Yeah.
and then
we stopped traveling with her altogether. So she hasn't been... and a couple of times now in the car, because we've gone by car to visit my parents, and we brought her with us. So she's been to Sweden a few times since 2014. But we haven't traveled with her by plane because now it's ridiculous. I mean, you have to pay it's a fortune to bring her on.
But it's easier in the car.
It's easier in the car. And we don't travel with her anymore. Also, when we got her, we didn't know we were going to travel this much.
We did that with Helmer too, but he was so stressed. So he, if we had to put this safety belt on him, and he actually
ate the belt.
Ate 2 belts.
Yeah.
So, like the last time was in the electric car.
The Haraldsson guy was from Wisconsin.
From Wisconsin?
Yeah. But I think he knows people. The comment went by too quick. I couldn't follow. I think that
there's a lot of Norwegians in Wisconsin.
Yeah, but apparently he's in Gustal and he knows people. So he...
Cool.
Yeah, that's how he found your house, or your family house. Delia Flores is asking how my parents are. My parents are okay under the circumstances. My father was seriously ill. In March, we had to fly down, and actually it was an emergency. We thought he was going to die. He's 87 years old, but he's okay. They finally, after a billion tests, they finally found out what he has. I can't remember. Originally they thought it was lupus, but it wasn't. It was something else, and it's being treated with cortisone. So he's doing very well now. He takes cortisone, and he's in perfect health right now. My mom celebrated her 84th birthday yesterday. We were in the UK, so we couldn't get there in time. But because she has Alzheimer's, she doesn't remember anyway, so it's okay, I guess. And we're gonna go visit them over the weekend, so we're gonna go now and see them for a few days and help my dad with all sorts of things.
That would be nice.
They're okay. They're,
I'm not getting my clown painting home.
No?
No, we're going by airplane.
Well, we could take it out of the...
Oh, no. No, it's precious.
I was thinking, take it out of the blind frame and roll it.
Well, it's not so old. Maybe we could. And I saw another question. What about the dollhouse we saw in Kate's house?
Cool.
And that was kind of very inspiring, actually, because we have this pattern for furniture for the dollhouse, but they are made for this thin wood. And Kate had these made in cardboard.
Yeah.
That was actually something I will try. I make them in cardboard. And then I did that when I was younger, like pop mache. When you use newspaper and glue, and you just worked
Yeah.
in thick layers. So we have that's a new thing we can do.
Absolutely.
And we have new dollhouse stuff coming.
Yeah,
because
we've got a lot of great things planned for our channel. There is a new dollhouse coming that we're gonna do on the channel. Then we have these really beautiful looms. They are the oldest one must be 200 years old at least.
It's very old. The one of them is
a family. It's from your family
it's
farm.
something my grandmother got when she was young from an older lady. So and my grandmother was born in 1910. So maybe she was around 15 or 17 or something. So then this lady must have been born in the 1800s.
And now that we're going into summer, we have the big platform outside the place that is supposed to be our studio, but is still not ready. And we're thinking of setting up the loom there and then putting wheels on it.
Yeah, because then it's easier to move it around.
Yeah.
You know, wheel with brakes on.
Yeah.
So that's something we should try.
Yeah.
But first, you have to sell that machine.
Yeah, I know. My treadmill needs to go.
That treadmill is so ugly.
Yeah.
We have to sell it.
Absolutely. But we're thinking of setting up the looms on camera and do a couple of episodes on that. It should be like a puzzle, right?
Yeah. It will be like a puzzle.
And then we're thinking, are we gonna have time to do that next time we record?
Maybe. And maybe we should do it next time. And we also have some new dolls, but we will show them another time.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
And what was I thinking?
Well, lots of things.
There's so much going on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I know I have a fireplace to the dollhouse somewhere, but I haven't managed to find it. But I'm going to organize my life because I'm so inspired of the way Kate organized her stuff. So let's see if we can do that.
Yeah.
Organize things.
I'd love you.
But the fireplace, Carlos, when we saw that the ballet, Cinderella in the opening, both in England, in London and in Oslo, there was this beautiful fireplace. And I think we have to
recreate that,
decorate the kitchen in the dollhouse and put the fireplace in.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I can find it.
We should do that, yeah.
Yes.
And speaking of the ballet, we finished our London or our UK trip with a ballet performance, and we were very lucky because it just so happened that we were gonna, we had Kate confirmed a long time ago. Kate was confirmed for Saturday and Sunday, so that was kind of done. And then we were supposed to leave on Monday, but I checked the Royal Opera House for tickets. And whether there was a performance, and yes, there was the Sleeping Beauty, so I got 2 tickets straight away, and it was a dream because that it is the ballet that we wanted to see, mainly because of the sets. No, not mainly. It's the great artistry of the Royal Opera House and the Royal Ballet, but the sets are original from 1946, and they were made by Oliver Messel. And we got to kind of know his family, Oliver Messel's family, through visits to Nyman's, which is a beautiful house in the south of England. It's part of the National Trust. They care for it, and it's quite amazing, isn't it?
It's very beautiful. It's like a Gothic ruin.
It's a Gothic revival. It was made in the late 19th century.
And then it burned down, I think, and then they
parts of it burned down.
And then they built the house in the ruins, or they kept some of the parts in the house. And the lady who lived there, she was the sister
of Oliver Messel. Yes, I don't know if you remember this, but we were walking in the rooms inside Nyman's, and they were doing. Dev Preston is going to see Sleeping Beauty in an hour. You're going to see the one that they're filming today. It's today's performance of the Sleeping Beauty is gonna be filmed.
And Fiona Sansom, was it Sansom?
Yeah,
has been to Nyman's.
So anyway, what I was saying was today's performance of the Sleeping Beauty is being filmed and streamed across cinemas all over the world. So it should be a good, well, it's always good anyway. But what I was going to say about the house, Nyman's, you may have remembered, Arne, inside the house, in one of the rooms, there was a TV, like a tiny little TV like that, probably from the 60s, and it was encased to look like a theater. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You remember it? So Oliver Messel did that for his sister. He made this little theater box, so when she'd watch theater or TV, it was like she was
like
watching, So
that's something we should do.
we should definitely do that with our TV. So anyway, we visited Nyman's the first time in 2010. We fell in love with it. We got very fascinated by the people living there, and the sister of Oliver Messel actually had a child who ended up marrying Princess Margaret. So he was Lord Snowdon. Yeah. So there's like and he was very artistic too. He was a photographer and an artist. So there's a family thing there, and the sets were gorgeous.
It was really beautiful.
Very beautiful.
And
they were inspired by a Watteau painting.
I got so much ideas right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I bought a beautiful suitcase in Hexham.
Yeah.
And my plan was to put some like all the quilting stuff in the suitcase. But now I got this new idea. What about all the theaters, the paper theater? We have paper
theaters that we're going to build. Yeah.
From 1900s, and the one we bought in England.
Yeah.
In London.
Got a few.
We have to make the theater and put them in the suitcase.
Yeah, lots to do. Yeah,
I talked to this antique lady down in the valley, and she said she had more suitcases for me. We have to pop by.
Pop by and get them. But yeah, very inspired by the production of the Sleeping Beauty, and as I said, the sets are original, but they've added things to make it more, for today. For the stage today. The stage in 46 may have been a little bit different than what it is today. So they've added a few things, but the essence of the sets are still there.
Yeah.
And they are like a beautiful, they were inspired by a painting by a French artist that hangs in the Dulwich Picture Gallery. I was reading all about it. It's very beautiful. The costumes are stunning as well. So yeah, Dev, you are in for a treat tonight. So enjoy and savor every minute of that performance because it is wonderful.
And Carlos, you should tell about your new project.
Yeah, we were in London, as we said, and before going to the Opera House, I did a little trek to Liberty.
And you got some inspiration when you went to Kate.
Well, I got inspiration when we went to Kate, yes, but I had already I decided this in my head because we did a video where we show our guest room or our guest house. And on the bed of that guest house, we have a quilt. And the quilt dates 1870. And we can't use it on a day-to-day basis because because this quilt is very old and very delicate. So I'm gonna make my own. And I'm designing it already in my head. I'm gonna make a quilt. And I can tell you very briefly what I wanna do. I want to do a quilt with 8 leaf roses or 8 pointed stars because I find that that's a connection that I can have to the knitting. I don't want to do something crazy with 300 fabrics. I'm thinking 2 colors for the quilt, and then 2 different fabrics for the quilt, and then on the other side I want a third, like a contrasting fabric.
So you're not going over the top like
I'm not going all out. No. And I bought a few things here from my Liberty bag.
Just for practicing.
Yeah, and also, so I like this fabric a lot. Let me show you this one. And because we're painting the walls in that room in a very nice teal, I think that this would be a very nice fabric. So this could be the edging around. Yeah, so I want to use this one, and I like this one as well. So this one's pretty nice.
And I want to have leftovers.
Yeah.
Because I can use the leftovers with my...
This is nice. And then there's some really nice ones in... yeah. There's some nice ones here in pink as well. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of different things here that I really like.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah, it is. So, and then you've got this one here as well. This one could be nice also at the back, on the back of the quilt.
But you're making one star. with this just
to
see the design of the star?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a square. I'm going to make a whole square with inside the square there's going to be an 8-pointed star, and then I'm going to see what that looks like, and then I'm going to kind of start thinking and deciding. But this may be a fabric that we use. Although these kind of pinks are really nice too. I mean, this is very pretty.
But I think I need to have some of your leftovers.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
You see, I can use the embroidery pieces with the Liberty fabrics.
Yeah, and this is the other one that the other yellow one that I like. That
one is beautiful.
I know. This one could also be for the quilt, and then contrasting it with something like that, or something like that. We have to think, and we have to figure this out. Yeah, it's very beautiful.
That one was beautiful.
It's very beautiful, yeah. Or maybe this one will be the inside, or maybe this will be on the opposite side. This is beautiful. And if you think about teal, the color teal, which is a green blue, the room faces north. So when we're actually painting that room as of now. So the light there is northern, and it's very constant. And we wanted this darker shade to make it less gloomy. And then I think that.
But you think this is just leftover fabric, or you can still?
No. I know. I have the codes.
Okay.
I found them on the web. No. I went through everything on the website, so I know.
Look at this one is also very nice.
Yeah, this and this can also be a nice contrast. There's a lot of things here, so I'm gonna.
This one.
Yeah, not for my quilt, but anyway.
Well, maybe I'm in that mood today.
You're in that mood today.
For a shirt.
Oh yeah, and you got yourself something. It's not here anymore, though.
No, that was this one.
No, you got a pattern for a cowboy shirt.
Oh yeah, I got a pattern for a cowboy shirt. So I have to make one. No, I took it out. I put it somewhere.
Yeah, so you did bring it.
I put it somewhere so I can easily find it.
Yeah.
Don't ask me where.
And we know how that goes, usually.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
But that's a cowboy shirt. I just have to figure out which size I am, and then I'm going to make shirts.
Yeah.
That's my next project.
Yeah, or maybe this.
But
anyway, I'm going to be evaluating all these fabrics, and I'm going to be doing some samples, some swatches, and then I'm going to do this quilt. It's not going to be very big because it's just going to cover. It's going to be about 2 meters and 40 centimeters, maybe in width, and maybe 160, maybe 260 by 260 centimeters by 160.
You can do big squares like 30 centimeter and 30 centimeter, like a vinyl record, and then you can.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some geometry. I'm gonna draw up a template, and in that template I'm gonna design the quilt, and then I want the edges to be like that, like a zigzag around, and then I want those 8 rows.
And patches. You know, this gives me a chance to organize all the quilting books we have.
Yeah.
I can put them in one shelf because they're also a little bit all over.
Yeah.
And I think we have so many quilting books.
We do, yeah. But anyway, once the room is painted, it's not painted yet. Once the room is painted, I'm going to go there at different times of the day. I'm going to pin my fabrics up on the wall, and I'm going to start thinking what I may want. But this is a very strong contender. I like this a lot. But I also like the simplicity of this one. This was only in 2 colors. And I think this one's maybe easier to mix with something like this to get a cool result, or even maybe this. This is really nice too. Yeah. So so there's some thinking, lots of thinking now, and
but these are very expensive.
Look at this. This is very nice. Yeah, well, it's Liberty fabric, but I'm gonna make a quilt that is gonna be used for the rest of the life. So, I mean, it is what it is, you know? I mean...
Even the swatches is kind of expensive.
And then once I have the quilt made, I'm going to do all the stitching by hand along all the 8 leaf roses, right? 8 pointed stars. And then I'm going to do the edges with lines like that. Yeah. And it's probably going to take me a few years. I mean, probably the sewing of the quilt is going to go like that.
That's very
quick once you have the fabric. Yeah, and then we're just gonna look for.
But you made a folk costume, Carlos.
I made a full costume, yeah. So
that jacket was not.
So maybe if you're lucky, maybe I will take you for the ride, and you'll get to see me design this quilt, and you're gonna see me do it. I don't know yet. See what mood I'm in. Maybe yeah, probably yeah.
Huh? You can do it.
Yeah. So lots of exciting projects.
You just need a suitcase for these things.
Yeah, and then before we leave you guys, we're going to tell you a few things that we're doing now that are new and that we're very excited about. There's a lot happening in our channel right now. So throughout our walk along Hadrian's Wall, we've done the YouTube Shorts, and we found a great way to record them and piece them together and do these 60-second videos, and we had a lot of fun. So we've decided to focus on YouTube Shorts from now on as well. So if you don't know where to find them, go to our YouTube channel, arnecarlos on YouTube, and on the main page of our channel, you have different selections that are in a row. You've got videos, it says live, it says shorts, it says community, membership. So if you go to that front page and you go to shorts, you'll see all the shorts that we've done. And we are thinking, we're not going to commit 100%, but what we're thinking of doing is posting a short regularly on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, which means that Monday, Tuesday, we're going to do shorts. Wednesdays is going to be sit in it for a bit. Thursday, Friday, we're going to do shorts. Saturday is a day off. And then Sunday, we'll do our normal Sunday episode. And the shorts are going to be recurring episodes, right? Tiny little fragments of our private life around here. We're going to be documenting our garden. So we want to show you what happens in our garden from day to day, from now, when it's really ugly, and then until it becomes so beautiful. So every day, or not every day, kind of every Monday or Tuesday, we're going to do a garden short.
It can happen things, so maybe one day we can't do it.
Yeah, but we're going to try. And then we're going to do a couple of other kind of, how to knit in 60 seconds, where we're going to show all the different things that you can do in knitting in 60 seconds. We may do some embroidery the same way, or yeah. So anyway, we're planning a lot of shorts now, and we just need to do one more trip. We just need to see my parents next week, and so we're thinking of seriously starting this on June 1st.
Yeah, because then we've had the summer at home.
Yeah.
Because when the summer comes, we don't like to go anywhere.
Yeah, we don't want to go anywhere. So you just, we're going to make sure to update you, and we will do so in our live stream and in all our, newsletter and everything. Once we seriously start the shorts, we will let you know. And we also have a great name for our garden shorts, but we're not going to tell you now. It's going to be a surprise, but it's going to be very exciting. And we are so excited about showing you the garden, showing you everything, how it changes, how it develops from one day to another. So please, if you subscribe to the channel, you get a notification if you turn on your notification bell. And if you don't subscribe, we really think you should subscribe to our channel. And if you are not getting notifications, go to our YouTube channel and check out the shorts in the front page. So that's one. And then I want to show you something else. We're going to show you these. We've actually printed them just to show you. And here is, it's a little bit, let me do this. Yeah, this is better.
That's too much sun.
Too much. Okay, that's better. So we've got, yeah, now it's better. We've got a number of emojis here that Arne and I have drawn. And you can see Arne sending kisses, and you can see me with stars in our eyes, and you can see me laughing. LOL, no, LMAO. That's what I'm doing in the, I'm laughing until I'm crying. You've got our glasses there. You've got Moose Moose. You've got a Freya emoji. Yeah, so there's all these different emojis. And what we've done with them is that we've uploaded them into our YouTube channel. And now you have a possibility to use our emojis when you do your comments. All you need to do is become a member of our YouTube channel, and then you can support the channel. It's a contribution. It costs $5 a month. And in addition to these emojis, we are going to be doing a lot of other things like Q&As. We're going to do behind the scenes and all sorts of things. We're just starting our membership now. And if you want to join our channel and get the emojis, you can do so by visiting our YouTube channel. Go to the main page where you have the subscription button. You also have the join button. I just want to mention that if you are in an iOS device, an Apple device, apparently Apple doesn't go well with YouTube. If you're on a phone or a tablet, sorry, an iPhone or an iPad, you may need to go over to your desktop. Google Chrome obviously is the best, and you can join from there. Once you join, you'll get access to these fun emojis. Yeah, and we're starting the membership at $5, and it is a great way for you to help us continue producing all the content in our channel, because it's not cheap, and it's actually it's a big burden for us in terms of financials. So we are very grateful for everybody who is already supporting, and all of you who already are members, you already know that. There is our little Arne love emoji from Heather. Thank you, Heather.
Beetle.
Yeah, the Beetle is a badge that they get because they're members. Anyway, the emojis. What was I saying?
I'm learning.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, the more people who become a member, the more emojis are unlocked. I think right now we have 11. We have 18 total, and I think right now 11 emojis are available.
Freya is there.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah. So you can do that. Anyway, it's on the Google. You go to Google Chrome or go to your desktop. If you go to your desktop, it should be available in any browser. But if you're on an iPhone or an iPad, you need to go to your desktop because they don't work. Sorry, Freya is a handful.
Walking around with your yarn.
Yeah, and we're gonna do a Q&A for all our members soon. We just need to get everything up and running. Please bear with. There are emojis popping up.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, so use them.
Teresa, hi Teresa.
Hey Teresa, hi. So yeah, it's very exciting to do this, to get this done. And what are you doing?
No, Freya has been carrying the yarn around.
Oh, okay, that's
everywhere under here.
Okay, come on, sweetie. Yeah.
I don't know where that come from.
This old lady is going to the groomers tomorrow, huh? Have you missed me? Oh, I miss you. So.
And we're gonna go to the what's this called? The Heather.
Yeah.
Beagles have the Beetle. Hello. No, we have to go to the guy who framed pictures because we got some framing to do.
Yeah, we have some prints that we bought in Italy.
And do we have space for that?
We don't know that.
We don't know that.
We'll have to figure it out. Anyway, we really want to thank all of you for watching this video. And we are very glad that we are back. We've missed you. It's been very quiet here without you guys. And it's really time that we get everything going for the summer. So yeah, next week, Sit in It for a Bit won't be live because at the time we're going to go... we're going to be traveling home from my parents. So we're going to pre-record a Sit in It for a Bit. It's going to be pre-recorded. Yeah, it will be up in the air at the time. But we're going to pre-record a Sit in It for a Bit. And next week, we're going to talk about Italy and all the things that we got on our Italian tour. So it's going to be more about doll houses and dolls, I think.
I think we have to show the new doll, our new friends, because they're quite fun.
And we're going to recap, Freya's coming from the groomer, so we're going to recap that. And we'll give you a recap of how the painting and the work and why we're doing some more renovation work also upstairs. So there's always something to recap. There's going to be more knitting projects, obviously. There's going to be a lot of quilting and sewing. Arne is going to make himself a cowboy shirt. I can't wait to see how that turns out.
I need the fabric.
You haven't sewn in many years now.
No, I did the full
except the full costume, yeah. But you haven't made cowboy shirts.
Should be easy.
You haven't made cowboy shirts for a long time. Yeah. And for those of you who don't know how to access the emojis, we are going to make a video on that and help you out. So stay tuned for that.
Is this people who are...
Yeah. We've got members up there, so that's a lot of fun.
Thank you. Hello,
thank you to all our members, and and thank you. And we hope you enjoy the ride that we're gonna have here on our channel throughout the rest of the year.
I'm gonna go now and paint the second layer of paint.
Yeah. So Arne's painting roofs. I am doing other
You're answering
boring
emails
things
that haven't been answered for.
Well, that too. I was thinking more of the boring things, like I'm cleaning and I'm trying to get our house in order. Then we're gonna go out and we're gonna do a short, I think, to show you guys what our garden looks like today. Should we do that?
I can go. We can
Let's
go
do it. Let's go out and do a short.
See how wintry it is.
Yeah, let's do a short to post tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we hope you've enjoyed this episode. We are glad to be back.
Yeah. So we see you next time.
We will see you next time. See you soon.
Was that like the...
I don't know. I mean, do we need formalities?
No, not today. Okay. So see you maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow maybe on a short, and then we'll definitely see you. Well, the shorts are going to officially start on June 1st, but maybe we'll see you tomorrow anyway on a short. And we'll see you on Sunday on a regular episode. And then we'll see you again next Wednesday on a pre-recorded. And so thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting us. To all you members and also you non-members by watching the video. If you for any reason cannot be a member, it's okay. Your viewing the episodes is also very helpful. So we appreciate you all regardless. So thank you so much for watching and we'll see you very soon.
Bye.
Bye.